When this innocent man was thrown in jail over the most ridiculous accusation by the police, the judge dug deeper and put a stop to the harassment.
What happened?
The officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant standing outside the location, being told to leave by the resident, to which the defendant refused by verbally yelling at the resident in a loud, aggressive tone of voice. The officer announced themselves and observed the defendant begin to walk away. The officer gave the defendant a verbal command to put his hands behind his back, and the defendant pulled his hand away. The defendant continued to refuse additional commands to stop resisting and put hands behind his back. He yelled at the officer in an aggressive tone and shouted out loud, "Don't let them take me." The officer performed a leg sweep and continued to struggle handcuffing the defendant due to him pulling away. The officer continued to give commands and the defendant continued to refuse.
I get it. But what's he doing? I mean, he's walking away. That's what they wanted, right?
It was the disturbance call, and they said they observed him standing outside the above location being told to leave.
Right, but then cops get up there.
And then they observed him begin to walk away. And it says they approached Jones and observed he was intoxicated in a public place based on a slurred speech, pupil size, and
Didn't say that.
And then it
Did you know about that?
and
Yes,
aggressive
Judge,
behavior.
but my argument is exactly what you started to say. There's some sort of disturbance, somebody's asking him to leave, they're yelling and screaming at each other. Police coming up and saying, "Hey, I'm the police," you can walk away from that all day long. You're allowed to walk away, emotional, yelling, screaming, even using profanity in this state if you want to. Then the cops come up to him and suddenly there's some kind of unfounded allegation of intoxication because it looks like he walked away and the cops didn't want him to walk away. And so now they need a reason to arrest him. He has to be lawfully arrested and lawfully detained or with the police before that even occurs. Walking away when a resident tells you to leave and all you've got in your sworn statement is, "We identified ourselves as police." So what? You can't just walk up to me and say, "I'm the police, stop." We don't live in that kind of society. "I'm the police, I need to investigate you, so therefore stop." "I'm the police, we're investigating, I need you to step aside, sir, so I can investigate this matter."
So the trespass investigation ceases because he's leaving. At that point, all should have ceased.
Yes, he attempted to leave, but once the officers arrived, so they would still need to investigate to determine if the trespass even occurred to determine he's
leaving.
That would only,
Right? So it's like adding fuel to a fire.
but they would still have grounds to investigate, and furthermore, with the further signs of possible public intoxication, it would give them further grounds to investigate.
That's because they're going up to him to mess with him.
Well, they're going up to investigate what they saw him refusing to leave, and he
leaves.
He only left once they arrived. So with maybe potential fear of apprehension, that's when he decided to leave.
I'm going to find no probable cause. Be careful where you go. Be careful what you do. Everyone's always out to get you, man. Don't let them.